Are you looking for a podcast about the most thrillingly boring cake rocket?
Well, then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Oh! Good evening, Kelsey.
Evening, Robert.
Yes, indeed. Would you like to crack it early?
You know what? I don't have a crackable. That's how out of kilter, off sorts I am.
Do we recall, I think this was the show last week. Caffeine-free Dr. Peppers.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been a little under the weather
Oh.
the past couple days.
Shit.
And you know how, like, sugar's supposed to make germs germinate, rather? So you're not supposed to drink things like juice and stuff because it makes you more sick?
I thought you were supposed to drink juice.
No, juice is bad. Water only.
Okay.
Is that why you're sick for too long? I've just been drinking my juice.
I just drank orange juice.
I was going to avoid Dr. Peppers, right?
Uh-huh.
So I haven't had one in like 3 days.
Goddamn.
And guess what? Heart rate was 101. So you know what? Fuck it. Get down with the caffeine. It's not saving me. So
There you go.
cracking into it. Yeah,
was
I
just
took my
checking-
heart rate today. I was talking to someone at work, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know, I'm like pretty chill right now. Here, let's do my heart rate. So we both did it, and I was like, I'm at 93. I should probably go.
Yeah. Like, I was just checking mine after, my day. I'm just rocking a 97 casually right now.
Yeah, I'm not in my watch because I like to charge it so that I can sleep in it, so it can track my sleep and tell me you fucking suck at sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay, another quick aside. Can you do like NyQuil? Do you function okay?
I haven't had NyQuil since I was a kid. So I don't know. I can't do melatonin because it gives me like,
Okay.
I see the Hat Man when I take melatonin. So
I can't do NyQuil. Like, I am down for the count. So I took it like early, 9 o'clock Sunday, right?
yeah.
Waking up for work, and I usually start at 7, so I can get off a little earlier. Right?
Yeah.
6:30 rolls around. I hit the snooze, and I was like, whoa. 7 can come soon enough. Lay back down. It's 7:15, and I go, 15 more minutes. 7:30 sounds good. 7:30, I try to get up. My head is spinning.
Oh no.
And I go, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is good. Laid back down, got up at 8. Had to work a little bit later, but it's fine. Like, I can't, like, NyQuil, Benadryl, all the stuff that, like, is drowsy, drowses me.
I don't know if NyQuil
Big time.
would do that to me then, because like every allergy pill that I've ever been on, the doctor's always like, this will make you fucking tired, so take it at night. And I've had insomnia like my whole life. So
Interesting.
yeah.
I would love for you to take some NyQuil and let me know.
Yeah, maybe I'll drink a bottle of that tonight after we finish recording.
That's a lot.
My tummy hurts.
How
My
about a sip or
head
two?
Hurts.
You
I'm
can drink a
holding
bottle of Pepto.
my emotional support rock.
Very nice. Bro, okay.
Okay.
Dude.
Yeah.
That fucking Dredge collectors. Holy shit.
It's
Those photos are amazing.
Good. So I posted a bunch of those photos in our Discord. If you are wondering what we're talking about, I finally got my hands on the Black Salt Games Dredge
Yes.
collectible box, and it is incredible. Like, so well crafted. It's amazing. And I literally just sit here and hold the Sign of Ruin because it's very pleasant to hold. It's a good material.
That
You can
one-
listen to it.
Very nice.
With me tapping my wedding ring on it.
So there's only one other edition that I've ever thought was that good, because Mary got the Dragon Age Veilguard Collector's Edition,
Oh yeah.
and she was unboxing that shit, and I was like, God of War's let me down compared to this box set. Like, this thing was amazing. That
Give it a fucking dagger.
lights up. It's like this big.
That's so cool.
And it lights up. It's monstrous. It's got a big Chungus dice in
Oh,
there.
it sure does.
It has so much stuff. Like, I was so into that collector's edition. Why? Why you laughing? The
Big
Chungus
Chungus
does? Yeah, it's got a big Chungus. You know. But when you were showing off those pictures, I was reminded of this set. Like, I've only been impressed by a couple of collector's editions.
Yeah.
And this one and that one are up there with the top ones. That
Yeah.
Dredge one is phenomenal.
The gold
Love
coin
it.
is so nice. Like, I'm going to make you
how
hold
big
this.
it is.
It's so big.
Oh
I'm going
my
to have you hold
God.
this next time you come over because it's like a pound of metal. Like, it's deceptively
that.
huge. And it's just like,
I love that.
so, it's like burnished in the right way, you know?
Yeah.
It's pretty. I love it so much.
That's so good. Speaking of collector's editions, real quick.
Yeah.
Did you see that Doom one?
Yeah, I did. You posted that one in the Discord. I'm going to look at it again.
Should I get it?
It is $200. I can't
It's
remember what I
$200.
paid for the Dredge Collector's Edition, so I don't have any, like,
I
room
think
to
like
talk.
130,
That sounds
maybe
about
150. But like, that's a pretty dope statue, though.
Right. It is a pretty good statue, but is it a $200 statue? Because that's kind of all you get.
I don't want more statues. Is my other thing.
Yeah, you shouldn't get this then.
But like, I'm still thinking about it. I'm debating. I will eventually get there. But games have been. I know that I said I'm foregoing games for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Completely backtracked on that immediately.
Okay.
But only in I'm, of course, not playing anything new. Simply playing the comforting favorites.
Okay.
Right? And it led me to ask a question, because I had this realization
Mm-hmm.
while playing one of them. So I wanted to ask you, was there a media, some movie, some book, some game, something that started your radicalization
Okay.
in life?
Okay. So when you phrased this question before,
Yeah.
it was not in the context of a media that radicalized me. It was just, where is the
Very
beginning
true.
of your radicalization?
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about,
Or like, what was the thing that, like, it doesn't have to be a media per se, but of course for me it would have been.
yeah, I'm wondering if it was a media now because, like, I don't know. I feel like as long as I have existed, there has just been a deep love for humanity within me.
Okay.
And I just feel like I'm going to try not to cry because if I cry anymore today, I'm going to fucking throw up. I have not had a good day. I feel like everyone should just have equal rights. And I don't feel like there's ever been a time in my life where I haven't felt like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's an interesting answer, the answer that you were looking for, but I feel like radicalization, like that word to me has been thrown around a lot lately in
Yeah.
the context of like elders asking the young folk of today, what radicalized you? Why are your
I do
beliefs
feel
so
like-
radical?
Yeah, when you say radicalization, to me
Mhm.
it sounds very grandiose, and it sounds
Inflammatory.
very like, yeah, wah, like
Throw Molotovs at
revolutionary
cop
kind
cars
of,
and shit. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And
Ooh, I might actually have an earlier one now that I think about it.
okay. I just don't, I guess my answer is that like, I don't feel like my beliefs are radical. I feel like it's the
Yeah.
baseline for where humans should exist and what we should strive to do with each other.
I guess radicalization in the sense of a fight the power mentality.
Okay.
Maybe that's more the sensation I'm looking for.
Okay. So probably listening to like the Sex Pistols and Rage Against the Machine.
Very
And-
nice. Very nice. Okay.
Just all of the musical projects in that vein that have
You
lyrics.
were definitely a bigger musical person than me at a
Yeah.
younger age.
Yeah.
So I definitely wasn't aware of that stuff early on.
I've always had a really strong connection to music, and I was always like into finding music that was angry. I'm drawn
Yeah.
to angry music, and yeah, I feel like definitely Rage Against the Machine. Like hearing that as, like an 11-year-old just kind of set
Yeah.
something in my brain that was like, yeah, fucking fight the power.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. There, that's it. That's what I want.
Okay.
Right there. That's exactly what I want. I love
Yeah.
that.
Fuck you. I won't do what you tell me. A poet.
I'm going to do mine next because Taylor's is actually super legit
Okay.
and mine's not super legit.
Is yours like Freakazoid or something?
I fucking wish, bro. Love Freakazoid, though. No, but I've been playing God of War again.
Okay.
And I was like, is this what did it? Because it's all about him pushing up against the people that push down.
Mm.
Dude, because, like, I was telling Taylor, I was like, I'm so glad you're not watching me play these games because I just sit there and just mouth all the words as I'm playing it. And what made me think of this sentence or this question in the first place was at the beginning of part 2, Zeus comes down and is killing him because he's scared that he could overtake that seat of power.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's killing him, he's like, just submit and everything can go back to normal. And he says, a choice from the gods is as choiceless as the gods themselves.
Oh.
And I'm like, that line's so fucking good, bro.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that line. And I was like, is this kind of the start? Is this like where I'm thinking about that? But now that I really thought about it and I said revolution, it was probably South Park the movie. Now that I think about it,
out of here.
the whole dude, they do Viva la Revolution, man. That's the whole thing. That's like a whole song in the movie.
Okay.
Because they're censoring media. That's the whole point of that movie is they're censoring media so that the kids can't see it, but it's stuff that the parents don't like, and so the kids lead a rebellion to say you can't just blank something out because you don't like it.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking even more about it, books too
I
were
love
also
this. Yeah.
an agent of
Fight the
radicalization.
power. Okay.
I'm going fucking hype. Yeah, I remember at a young age, I don't remember when, but like finding, I read Fahrenheit 451, and we were just talking about this because it's both of our favorite book, and
it's a great book.
it's fucking good. And I remember reading it just on my own, like not for school.
Okay.
And then I think I was talking to a teacher or somebody about it, and they had told me like, this book is actually like banned in a lot of places. And I was like, what? like you mean the book where like they're talking about banning books and how bad that is? That book's banned. And learning that, I was just like, what the fuck? What's happening? Like, why would they ban that? And then I went down a whole like ban books rabbit hole, and I was like, I didn't know that schools and states and libraries and anybody can just like ban a book. And there are groups out there that like actively work toward banning a lot of books.
Yeah, because I do remember when we were kids, the whole like burning of Harry Potter books and stuff, and like seeing that on the news and being like, the little magic kid book, like, and I didn't think anything about it. I was like, that sounds dumb,
Mm-hmm.
Taylor's is great though. She kind of threw me for like a loop with this one, because it was instantaneous.
Okay.
I go like, where's the beginning of your radicalization? She goes, oh, Bug's Life, hands down.
Okay, what?
And I said, fucking Bug's Life, and she's like, dude, the scene with the grain, and I was like, okay. So we watched the scene. Do you remember A Bug's Life very well?
Not at all.
So the whole point of that movie is the grasshoppers force the ants to pick the food. They eat it all, and then they leave, and then the ants can pick whatever they can to survive through the winter to then pick food for the grasshoppers the next year.
Okay.
Right? So it's the whole they come, they eat, they leave thing.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a scene where the leader of the grasshoppers is talking to these two guys, and they're all like, yeah, I mean, it's just a bunch of ants. Like, who cares? And he's like, huh, okay. Let me ask you a question. If I take this little piece of grain and I hit you with it, does it hurt? So he throws grain at him, and he goes, no. And he's like, oh, really? No? Okay, here's one more. So he throws a piece of grain. And he goes, yeah, didn't feel it. And he goes, okay. And he knocks the whole thing over, and he gets crushed by thousands of pieces of grain. And he goes,
God.
one piece of grain is nothing, but a whole bunch of ants can fucking snuff us out.
Shit.
And it's all about how if you let them unify, they can fight us back. So we have to keep them separate.
Uh-huh.
That's the plot of A Bug's Life.
God, I should rewatch A Bug's Life, apparently.
Bug's Life is good, dude. Man. Oh, Bug's Life is so legit. As soon as Taylor said it, I went, fuck you for having such a good answer.
Yeah,
I'm just like...
solid.
I'm just like, whoa, God of War is pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she comes out with this profound answer. I was like, damn, that's a good one. Dude, that scene is crazy. She said, when I saw that scene, that changed my brain chemistry of unifying as a people and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That is, damn, that's a good one.
That is the shit that is so important right now. So I got into a fight today with somebody I love, a family member, and the essence is that I was being told that I was trying to carry too much, that I was also caring too much.
Yeah.
And the mantra of like, why do you have to care about it if it doesn't affect you directly? That is hurting our society right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe I shouldn't feel this way, but I feel like it is my responsibility to fight for the people who maybe don't have a voice to do so, or like either they can't or for whatever reason they won't. You know?
Is that not what you just said when I started the question? Was that you've just always cared about people as a whole?
Yeah. And I don't feel like that is a radical way to live. Like I wish it wasn't. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
But man, I just feel like you said, one grain doesn't mean shit, but 1,000 ants.
Yeah.
If we can all just kind of band together, you know, just be one solid force of humanity, be together. And like, no, I can't carry the burden for everybody, but all of us can carry the burden for everyone.
Together. Yeah.
And I feel like that's what we need right now. Like, there are people that are going to pick up the fight when others can't. And I think that that's extremely important to do. Yes, we can't fight every single battle as individuals, but all together, we can all fight them.
Didn't I just send you a movie clip? Some movie that came out in like 1945.
Yes.
And I feel like we don't have to... This is something that bugs me. Like, you ever... To me, I feel like this happens in corporate America a bunch.
Okay.
Is that we have to say the most basic things. We have to keep reiterating the most basic things in trainings and stuff because for some reason people just aren't paying attention.
Yeah.
And I feel like, why do we have to do that? And it bothers me that on such a fundamental level, we have to keep reiterating fundamentals.
Yes.
But in this clip that I sent you, I was like, nobody should have to say this, but maybe you do have to say it because do we keep forgetting? But this guy straight up said, like, people are not born with prejudices. They are taught those prejudices. The whole thing you just said of, like, if we're all a people, like, why aren't we unified? Because we create those divides.
Unified. Yeah. I don't know, man. It just gets harder every day, and I wish it didn't.
Yeah.
I just...
And then one day you'll be old enough that won't matter. And I think that's another problem. Like, do people really think like, well, I won't be around long enough to deal with this, so they just don't care? I can't think people really think that way. Do they?
I don't know. Like, they must, right? Like, there's got to be just like people that are out there operating under the assumption that like, whenever this gets enacted, you know, 10, 20 years down the line, I'm not going to be around to see it, or I'll be so old that it won't matter, or it'll never matter to me because I'm not in that marginalized group that's being affected by it, or I don't know anybody personally. And that's the problem, is that's a very like me mentality. That is the thing
Yeah.
where you're not thinking about the good of the herd. You're not thinking about your little ant hive.
Yeah.
You're thinking about yourself, you fucking grasshopper. And it's about society. It's about togetherness. And I don't know how to move forward in a society that doesn't value that.
Yeah.
And it feels so weird, the disconnect of being able to like see a gesture and name it and not be able to convince somebody else that it's happening. Like, it's like people have their eyes closed or are willingly blinding themselves to things that are going on the news in the day to day.
Yeah.
And it's just frustrating. I don't know how to get around it. Just got to go through it, I guess.
That's exactly what I was going to say. We don't. We just have to come out the other end.
And
No matter how
I
many
fucking hope we will.
bumps and scrapes you get along the way.
Yeah.
You know? So.
It's tough. It's hard out there.
It's tough. But yeah. So, all that to say, been playing God of War. Feeling a little top versus the
Radicalized.
bottom kind of stuff
Yeah.
lately. Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Dredge, which is not like radicalizing me by any means, but it is just like a nice way to fucking turn my brain off. And sometimes you need that.
I don't know that I have been. 'Cause I've just been trying to read more and stuff. And then been playing that and finding out that, fuck, it just gets me heated,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I'm swinging.
I think I need that.
I'm swinging wildly between, like, I need to be involved and know everything. And I know that that's not healthy. Like, I just talked about how we are an army and we fight together. And when people can't fight, you carry them to the next battle.
Yeah.
But like, my God, it's just, the pendulum is so fast and I can't get off.
Yeah.
And it's hurting. But at least I have a fishing boat and a big digital ocean to wander around in.
You can only care to a certain extent. Because it's like, you always have to have time to rest.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how hard you fight, eventually, you have to rest.
Yeah.
That's always how it goes. Like, you cannot just go all the time. Eventually, you must rest. But
I
we
have
to rest.
Yeah. You can't fill from an empty cup, but I am just like turning the cup upside down and fucking shaking it. Like, it's so bad right now. Okay, I didn't tell you this. I went for Chinese food after work because I had an extremely stressful day, and got a fortune cookie, and my fortune cookie straight up called me mentally ill.
Cool.
It said, oh shit, where did I post this? Did I post it to the wrong Discord?
You posted it in the real one.
I did.
Or the secret one, but that's all right. Oh, well.
Seek professional help when needed for your mental health. So my cookie was like, girl, you okay?
Go to a therapist.
Sitting there crying into my hot and sour soup. Life.
It sure is a thing we do.
It sure is a thing
every
we
day.
do. And you got to keep doing it, because if not you, then who?
Yeah, pretty much.
Check on your friends. Text your friends. Text me. Ask me if I'm doing okay.
All the time. Everybody, check on the world. That's what the Discord's for.
Just check on your friends.
Everyone just go, hey. At everyone. How you doing?
How you doing? Not
And
too
then
good sometimes.
Sometimes.
Okay. Now I'm ready for a
All
break. And a
Okay,
tissue.
let's take a quick break.
Okay.
Oh, you think you know what happened to me? Look, I'm back, and I'm about to unearth all the secrets in Old Cove. So do a little refresher on Season 1 and get caught up before Season 2 arrives. Trust and believe. You don't want to miss what's coming.
Welcome to Severed, a podcast suite that offers a rotation of content centered around true crime to paranormal cases. Severed True Crime covers high to low profile true crime cases like the Westfield Watcher, The Staircase, The Keepers, and other binge-worthy favorites on Netflix. Severed Paranormal peers into the corner-moon windows of the Amityville Horror House, the Conjuring House, and other mysterious cases, locations, and urban legends.
I'm Harry Chambers.
And I'm Drew Hudson. We want you along for this investigative and haunting roundup. Scare you soon.
I'm trying to do one of the hardest things you can do as a childless adult, and that is make new friends. So
why is that harder as a childless adult? I feel like that'd be easier.
I would
Or do
feel like
children
that
force
too.
you into play dates that you have to be friends with people?
That's exactly it. I feel like when you don't have kids, you're not like, oh, I have to take my kid to the soccer game and bring orange slices for the team. And then another mom at the soccer game sees me and is like, hey, soccer mom, I love your minivan. And we have a bonding moment.
Oh, my God.
This
Okay.
is how I assume women move through the world. Sorry, I'm not trying to be offensive to mothers, but I just don't have I feel like women with children automatically have something in common with other women with children.
Yeah.
Like it just is, and you're forced
Okay.
into play dates, like you said. So like your kids are playing together. What are you going to do? You're going to talk to the person, make a friend.
Yeah.
And I don't have that. I don't send my cats on play dates because they would probably beat other cats to pieces. But
Okay.
I'm trying to make friends. And this is something that actually came up out of the demise of TikTok. So there was a TikTok, one of the last ones that I organically saw on my FYP, where a woman was like sitting in her car and she was like, TikTok is going to go dark pretty soon. And I don't have like any people in my life IRL that I can socialize with. I don't have any like real friends. TikTok is my way to have people that I talk to. So I live in the Dallas area. If you are also in the Dallas area, and she was like, I hear all my interests, and listed off some stuff. She was like, if you are a girl like this or something along these lines, get in my comment section and we'll
A girl
set
like
up a
this, a
meeting.
gal like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go into the comment section and like her interest didn't particularly interest me, but I was like, there's going to be other women in this comment section. So
Yeah.
I go in there, I open it up and people are like, well, I'm not in the Dallas city limits, but like I live in Plano and I could go to Dallas. And then there's other people that are like, well, I live in Louisville, I live in Frisco. And then I found a comment that was like, oh, well, I'm in Denton, which is kind of far from Dallas, but if there's other Denton girls in the comments and you want to hang out, let me know. And I said, I'm in Denton.
Okay.
I'm there. So I posted a comment under that comment and I was like, I'm also in Denton. And I just left it at that. And
Okay.
somebody, like 9 or 10 other commenters popped up in a little Denton thread. And someone was like, I should make a Discord. I was like, you should make a Discord. So they made a Discord and they posted a
Okay.
link to it in the comment section. And so I joined it and I was like, hi, I came from TikTok. My interests are cats and board games and Star Wars. And I just kind of waited.
Okay. Were you
And,
like the
like,
first one?
Not the first one. Like there were,
Okay.
9 or 10 other women that got in there. And there's actually another Kelsey. So I have to meet her and fight to the death because there can
Okay.
only be one.
True.
And now there's, 20 people in the Discord. So that's cool. And I was like, I'm pretty familiar with Discord. So if you guys want to promote me to an admin or something, I could help do stuff.
Okay.
And so the girl who made it, she was like, yeah, I don't really know Discord that well. So I'll make you an admin. You can do whatever you need to. And I was like, cool. So I made us channels for stuff. And here's the channel where you
Okay.
post your fur babies. Here's the channel where we talk about books. And I made an introductions channel and all that. So I introduced myself and said my interests and started to talk to other
Just
people.
chit chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I talked to a few people and I was like, we should get together in person because I think that would be fun. And everyone was like, yeah, let's get together in person. And so everyone was super interested in jumping at the idea of, different stuff. And I was like, well, we could do a trivia night. I really have been wanting to do bar trivia. And somebody mentioned like, oh, Denton does a few different bar trivias, like this location, that location. There's one at the Alamo Draft House. And I was like, cool.
Okay.
I've never been to Alamo Draft House and I would love to check it out. So, and I'd been to the trivia before. It's from this company called Geeks Who Drink, and they typically do pretty good trivia. And it's always like a good mix of categories, you know, and the questions are, I feel like I'm pretty good at this style of trivia that they do. So I was like, yeah, let's do this. Here's the date. And everyone started talking like, yeah, I want to come. And we had like 8 or 9 people RSVP. And I was like, fuck yeah, this is a lot of people. And then the day of, everyone forgot.
Or went, oh, that's when I was extroverted.
I know.
But I'm in here now.
That's kind of what I think happened, which is fine. You know, like the Discord has definitely slowed down. I think a lot of these people actually came over from Facebook and or TikTok, you know, where they have other more present social media presences. But I'm like a Discord person, so I just hang out in here.
Or where like, because Facebook, you can go like scroll through memes. You can go do something else as well as have the chat, where Discord is just the chat.
Yeah, exactly. Like you were the one providing the memes. Which
Gotcha.
I totally get why Discord is not the premier social media for people, because you have to just kind of make your own content in there. You can't go and like scroll through a feed. And it's not always memes. It's always text. So,
yeah.
But anyway, one person showed up with her husband. And so Richard and I got to hang out with one person and her husband, and they were super nice, and we got along instantly, and it was really fun. And we actually, so we met for the trivia thing, and we have to come up with a team name first thing, you know. So I was like, well, let's be new best friends. And they were like, let's be new best friends.
Okay.
So that was our team name. And it was a really busy trivia night, actually. There were like 7 or 8 other teams. And we ended up getting to the very end, and we were tied with another team for first place. And the other team was like a girl on her birthday, and she had like all her friends with her and stuff. Yeah. And I was like, we're going to fucking kill this birthday girl.
I was like, sympathy win, but no.
Absolutely not. No mercy for the week. So we went down
Definitely not for trivia. Trivia is cutthroat.
Oh, yeah, down. For sure. Especially for me. So yeah, we went down to the wire with it, and we got to the like final tiebreaker question, and we fucking won. So like we had a whole bonded in the
Made
crucible.
Made a girl cry
moment.
on her birthday. Okay.
Hell yeah. So me and my new best friends, I'm just very excited to have like in-person friends in Denton, because I don't have friends in Denton yet. So it's very cool. And I'm hoping that I can meet some more people through the Discord. Maybe I'll tell them I have a podcast. Maybe that's interesting to people. I just don't know. But
Denton people would be down with the podcast.
Yeah. I'm supposed to meet up with some more people tomorrow at the board game cafe, and I hope they don't forget.
Maybe put a reminder in then.
Yeah. So
don't forget.
I put events in there, which I think is also difficult if you're not familiar with Discord, because the events button is so small, especially if you're on mobile. It's like you have to swipe and then tap, and it's not even like labeled. It's just a tiny picture of a calendar. So if you're not familiar with Discord, I totally get not understanding how to interact in there. I mean, even channels are hard for people that don't know this type of social media. So I'm hoping that I get some more friendships out of it. Or, I mean, I'm happy with just one solid friendship, you know? I think that would be cool. So that's my adventures in trying to make IRL friends.
Well, very neat. I just make acquaintances. Tons of acquaintances.
Yeah. And acquaintances are fine, you know? Like, I like acquaintances, but I want friends.
Yeah.
I have friends, but I want more friends.
She'll be swimming in friends.
I want more. I can never have enough friends. Community is important.
That's interesting. But see, I've already told you I can't make online friends.
What about your...
Because I'm just like, well, I'm going to go play a game for 8 hours alone. Bye. You know, like...
Yeah. You had a whole thing going with your Bronx Man Discord. Is that still happening?
Well, he got sick and wasn't streaming as much anymore. And then when he came back, like, his whole community, like, dipped by a lot.
Oh, shit, that sucks.
So, like, one of the first streams was like to all the people who remain or something. And so like I was in there, but then I did have to drop out of paying for his stream.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I mean, we were doing like the wedding thing, and you know, I was like, I don't really have the money to do that anymore. This is like, plus, I never really get to watch it as much anymore. So I was just like, I might as well just drop it. Plus, I was never gonna meet these people.
Yeah.
You know, like they were people that I barely talked with sometimes and had like a couple of jokes with, but that was it.
Yeah.
Nobody that I actually engaged with constantly.
No meaningful interactions.
No. So, I mean, that one was fine. And I still tune in when I can. But, like, he doesn't stream as often as he did. But, like, he went through something and he's, like, still recovering from something. So he doesn't stream as much as he did. So that was kind of sad. I did want to tell you about this. I don't watch a lot of TV. You know this. Taylor watched a show, so I just thought I would tell you about it. We did watch it. It's on a streaming service I've never fucking heard of.
What is it?
It's a MGM Plus. I did not know MGM had their own streaming service.
Me either.
So it is exclusive to MGM Plus. It's 6 episodes. It's a show called Earth Abides.
Okay. I've not heard of this.
Exactly, because it's on a streaming service nobody knows about.
Yeah. So is it exclusive to MGM Plus?
Yep, that's where it is.
All right.
So how did I get it? You know how I got it.
Okay.
So I can give it to you too, if you want. It is based off of a 1949 post-apocalyptic science fiction novel.
Whoa.
Very interesting how we keep coming across these same themes in tons of media, but it's a novel that tells the story of the fall of civilization from a deadly disease.
Interesting.
And then the emergence of people on the other end of that, right? So, watch the show. Basically, the guy gets a snake bite on his hand because he's a geologist. He's out there, you know, looking at rocks. And he gets a snake bite, and then he just goes home, and he's, like, recovering from the snake bite. And there's a moment where people go, oh, the guy's sick in there. Let's keep moving. And they just move past his house.
Okay.
Because they think he's sick with this disease out there. He has no idea what's going on. Super Walking Dead style shit, you know? Like, you wake up to the world being gone.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's just like recouping in his home. He's recouping for a month.
That's
like
a
a
long
month
time.
has gone by. And then he just emerges it into a world where there's nothing. Nobody. Like animals are gone. Like
There was
it's
no
just
like commotion
dead.
outside.
No. Just nothing.
That's scary.
So the guy in the show, because I was like, this guy looks crazy familiar. Who is this guy? You saw the Hunger Games movie, right?
Yeah.
The lead character of this is like the District 1 blonde kid that makes it like all the way through to the end. He's like the big strong kid.
Okay. Yeah.
That motherfucker can act.
Really?
Holy shit, this show was on another level. This guy is amazing. You would love it. So basically, he wakes up, and he was all like, yeah, my parents kept calling. I didn't know what was going on, but I didn't answer because, you know, I was dying, kind of.
Okay.
And he finds that, like, his parents are gone. And, like, everyone he knows is gone. Like, all the bridges out of the island that he lives on are blocked off. Like, he's
Shit.
literally alone. And then it's him, like, sort of kind of rebuilding humanity. Like, how do you... Like he does find people. You know, how do you choose rules? How do you decide what's right and wrong and all this kind of stuff? And it's...
Yeah.
That was a pretty good little show. They are, like, an hour apiece.
Okay.
Like full-blown 55 minutes to an hour for all 6 of them. And there's only the 6. They better not continue this. It needs to be a miniseries. Just that. Never continue. I hope it stops where it did. It was really good. I didn't
Sounds
expect to enjoy it as much as I did. But it is a super, like, look at humanity, how we form society, how we form rules, and all that kind of stuff. It was just a pretty interesting watch. I think if you're into it, I can provide you this show, and you might like it.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. So it was recently done?
Yeah, it literally just went off the air.
Oh, shit.
It came out December of last year.
I'm going to look it up real quick.
First show was December 1st. Last show was December 29th. We started watching it like January 7th. Like,
Okay.
I mean, we were watching it like as soon as it was done.
Hmm.
Super freaking good. And I'm like, well, if MGM's going to do shit like this, maybe I should pay attention to streaming service.
Yeah.
I've
Interesting.
never heard of that service before. But so MGM is the lion, you know? The
Yeah.
like the weird like gold ribbon lion thing.
Mhm.
And they made the logo like 3D.
What?
And I hate it. It's so weird. Like he roars and then the camera like zooms past him.
No.
Oh, I hated it. It was terrifying.
Don't like that.
No like. I wish I knew what else was like on it. Like what other big things were on there, you know?
Yeah. We were talking about this a little bit in the Discord. You should really, it is time for you to watch Severance. Because season 2 just started. And they're airing it like week by week. So we're having a whole like Breaking Bad type style watch, you know, or Game
Yeah.
of Thrones where like stuff is coming out weekly and I can talk about other people with it. Talk
Yeah.
about it with other people. It's very exciting. I've been theorizing. There's so much going on with this show. I feel like Charlie Day with the papers on the walls. Like everything is,
Yeah.
it's so good. I think you'll really, really like this show. It is straight up a no sleep story. Just like
Yeah.
slow burn, absolute bizarreness. It's so fucking good. I can't recommend it enough.
Isn't that on Apple?
It is.
Yeah, I'll download it.
Apple TV.
I even think I have Apple TV.
Really?
but- yeah, because my mom has an Apple phone.
Oh.
Because she's weird. And won't get anything different, so.
Yeah. It's the only reason we have Apple TV. Severance is one of the best shows. I keep saying it's one of my top shows of all time. I think it might be my top show. Like it's that good. I'm obsessed with it. And you can watch the first season. Like the episodes are like 45-ish minutes long, but
Yeah.
it feels like 5 minutes when you're watching it because they just go by. So much happens.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I just saw an interview with the Adam Scott guy the other day.
Mhm.
It's weird where he just like came out of nowhere and he's just like good in shit.
He is good at
He's
shit.
good at shit. Because like Step Brothers is where he got big.
Really? Was that his first thing?
Not his first thing, but like he wasn't in that movie and he just happened to get the part because somebody dropped out.
Hmm.
And then like everybody knew who he was.
Was that the Catalina wine mixer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the brother that like didn't like hugging people and he was singing
Mhm.
in the car and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I mean, for me, he's the Good Place guy. You know,
Mhm.
he's the guy that keeps coming up from hell and stuff, or the Bad Place. Sorry, can't say hell.
He's always.
But he is really good, so I'd watch
yeah.
it.
I know him most from Parks and Rec. And you know
Oh,
who
yeah,
directed
wasn't it?
Severance, right?
No,
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Why don't I see his name anywhere?
I don't know. He's like the guy.
Starring, composer, executive producer, Ben Stiller.
Yeah. Ben Stiller made this series, and every interview I see with him is
Love
so
Ben Stiller.
bizarre. Like watching him and Adam Scott be side by side and talk about like this super serious project. Like I just want you to watch like the opening scene to season 2 because it's
No, I have to watch the whole thing.
just so intense and gripping. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, it
It's
says right here,
scary.
Ben Stiller directed 6 episodes of the first season.
Yeah, I think the first 6, and then he passes it off to somebody to like bring it over the home plate. But man, it's honestly some of the best television ever. I put it up there like on par with Breaking Bad.
That is so hilarious.
But
The guy that writes the show, the show he did previous, which is basically the only other thing he's done, is the lip sync battle show.
what the fuck?
And then he and then he just cranks out Severance. You know what I mean? Like, Oh yeah, I did the lip sync show. Can you write something else? What about this masterpiece?
What about
You know?
this insane piece of whateverness I have in my brain? Yeah, that's something.
That is freaking nuts. And he won a Peabody Award for this show.
God damn. Yeah. You should
Okay,
watch
okay.
it. I need somebody to talk to about it. It is so good.
Do you know how many things I have going all at once right now?
Drop
I
them
am-
all.
I was already told to drop everything for something today.
Man,
So I'm reading Berserk. I'm reading Mr. Mercedes, playing God of War, watching Earth Abides, which is over, thank God.
There you
but
go.
now somebody wants me to read Ready Player One in the midst of all that. And then somebody wants me to start a book club with those dystopian books. I'm supposed to start 1984 as well.
God, no.
There's so much happening.
Just
Too much media.
drop all of it.
Too much media. I think I have the first season, actually.
I think
I
you
got
do.
it when you told me to.
Yeah. I think
So,
you should just
um,
watch it.
I'll get there.
Just start with episode 1. And if you're not going to just like want to sit and crank out the rest of it after that, fine.
Okay.
I think
You
episode
said,
1.
fine, but you're wrong.
Fine, but I won't talk to you ever again.
Okay. I'll put it on the list. Plus, look what it says right there. Genre, dystopian. Just fits right in
There you
with the
go.
whole theme of the
It
world
is
right now.
Extremely dystopian. Like oh my God. I just need you to watch it.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
need you to watch it.
Oh my God. Christopher Walken.
Yeah. He's gay.
I just want to keep it so silent there for so long. Just, yeah, he's gay. And then just leave it.
It's
okay.
so good.
Okay, I'll put it on. That's going to have to probably be just a me thing. Which I already have something else I was going to have just be a me thing. I'm even forgetting my own stuff that I want to watch.
Whatever you're forgetting is not important.
I'll look at it. I'll get there.
Do it. I'm going to check in with you.
Okay. Well, it took me 6 months to watch Interstellar for somebody. So
Jesus. That's too long. We don't have 6
and it
months.
was good. I think I talked about that, right?
I don't
that I
think you
finally
did.
watched it. Oh, I watched Interstellar. It was good.
All right.
I don't think it's the most life-changing movie like most people think, but
It was definitely an experience in the theater.
it's very good. But it's also one of those ones where like it had been so long since it came out to when I watched it. I like knew all the stuff.
Yeah, see?
So I wasn't
Meh,
surprised.
see? I think
You know what
that
I mean?
is the key to it. Like having watched it in the theater and not knowing shit about it, it
Yeah.
was mind-blowing.
Yeah, because I knew about like the time bending and all that stuff. you
Yeah.
know? But the person at work that wanted me to watch it, I'll go ahead and hit you with this because she literally tells this to me every day.
Okay.
Same fact every day. You ready?
Ready.
Did you know that people in high rises are in a different time frequency than us on the ground?
What?
That's a true fact. So like GPSs have to take into account time dilation from where the satellite is to where we are to figure that shit out.
That's
But
gross.
people in high rises and high buildings are actually aging faster in the atmosphere than us on the ground. Yeah, that's
fuck you and your skyscrapers.
That's a thing.
That's so weird.
The world is terrifying.
Yeah, it is. I saw this video of, I think it was on TikTok,
Okay.
of a person who like came out of Interstellar for the first time. I don't know
Mhm.
where they watched it because they were in a car after having watched it. And they were just like, I don't understand it, but it was beautiful. And I feel like I should understand it. And it was just so beautiful. And they were like really emotional.
I mean, it did just get re-released, which is why it was a
Oh,
whole thing that
okay.
I should watch it because it's 10 years old.
Shit.
10 years old.
That's old.
I think it was 10. No. Hang on.
That sounds right.
Yep.
2015?
Because 2014. Yep.
2014. Man.
2014. And I hadn't seen it till last year. So 10 years later. Took me 10 years to watch that movie.
It's not going to take you 10 years to watch Severance. I'm going to check in with you next week, and if you haven't
It
started
might.
it, I'm going to come to your house with a baseball bat.
You'd have to come out in this dangerous world, though.
Yeah.
Are you really prepared to do that?
No.
Okay. So I feel a little safer. Well, with that, you want to go think about Severance then?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Honestly,
Let's
I'm gonna
do
go
that.
Fucking float some more.
If you love this episode, please tell a friend. Word of mouth is the best way we can get the good YMBToAP into fresh new ears. We release weekly every single Monday. That's the YMBToAP guarantee. If you want to talk to us, catch us over... If you want to talk to us, catch us over at Discord. It is now free to the world. Everybody, links in the show notes. Hop on in, say hi, chit-chat with us on all the different channels. Kelsey made channels for us in this one. There's all kinds of shit. She's got another Fur Babies one. We don't have a books one, though. Should we make a books one?
Should we make a books channel?
Should we make a books channel?
Discordians weigh in.
Yeah, do that. Because I am going to be reading a lot more books. Just jump on in the Discord. Chit-chat with us. I mean, we put all these on YouTube. We've been getting some YouTube comments. Chat with us over there. We can read those, too. You know, we get them popping up. Let us know what... As we've said... there's a certain crowd of people. We don't know why you're listening, potentially. So, if you are like-minded like us, what was your radicalization moment? I know that word seems a lot bigger than it kind of got worked out later in us discussing it, but what's your, like, a Bug's Life moment? What's your, like, yeah, we're not going to take it anymore kind of thing? What are your thoughts on Severance? Is it as good as Kelsey claims? Weigh in and let us know. And also, if you are like us, I don't go out too much. How do you go out and make friends? What's your secret? Or is your secret, I just don't make friends? I'd like to know. But again, thank you to all of us listening, no matter where you listen, in podcast land, in the YouTube world, wherever you are. We just love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chit-chatting. Thanks for listening. We love being a community with you and just taking the burden of this world on together.
Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraz. Check him out on YouTube. And as always, thank you so much for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Will you hold me a little bit?
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
That one was a little weird.
I didn't even
go the right way.
come through in Discord.
I almost did the fucking, it's Wednesday, my dudes. Oh!
Splice that in.
That's just going to be the ender. Ah!